Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more likely to talk big than make real progress in his career. Even though he sounds sure of himself and may know a lot, he doesn't put consistent effort into his work. His work style is more about keeping things tidy and controlled rather than working long or hard hours.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's likely to lose his temper or react sharply rather than stay calm. He might get angry quickly or blame others, and it could take him some time to cool down. If you need someone steady during tough times, he may leave you feeling unsettled rather than reassured.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He often lands in arguments or tense situations with people at work. He's not afraid to speak his mind, sometimes a bit too bluntly, which can rub others the wrong way. While some may respect his knowledge, many will struggle with his temper and sharp words.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he might feel a mix of things. On one hand, he does care about you and wants good for you, so he will try to be supportive and kind. Instead of showing pride openly, he might become easily irritated or say harsh things out of frustration.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's likely to feel insecure and even resentful at times. While he cares for you, his pride and quick temper can make it hard for him to accept being out earned. Be prepared for this to create tension, especially if he feels his place or respect is threatened.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's more on the careful side when it comes to handling money. He likes things organized and planned, so he's unlikely to waste money or make random purchases. You can expect him to keep track of expenses, plan budgets, and avoid careless spending.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and doesn't try to put on a show or pretend to be richer than he is. He likes things in order, so he'll make sure his spending matches what he can afford. Flashy or expensive habits aren't his style. He'd rather keep things practical and manageable.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He has a kind heart and truly cares about people, so he can be generous and supportive when someone needs help. While he plans his spending carefully and doesn't throw money around without thinking, he isn't stingy out of selfishness. His kindness shows more in actions and support than in big, flashy gifts.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He likes to keep things organized and may prefer to be in charge of managing money, so sometimes he can come across as controlling. He isn't secretive for the sake of hiding things, but he wants everything done his way, and he might not always ask for your opinion or include you in decisions. You won't have to worry about lies, but be ready for blunt honesty and a need to do things by his rules.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to believe that everything in the house should run in an organized way, but he also wants to be in control. While he doesn't mind helping with housework, he might act like his way is the only right way and could get upset if things aren't done as he likes. So, you may find him involved, but he's not always easy to work with unless you're both on the same page about how things should be done.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the sort who may step in to help with chores and even with things like diapers, but he often wants everything done his way. Rather than pitching in as a true partner, he might spend more time telling you how to do things, correcting your methods, or keeping an eye on whether the work meets his standards. His help can start to feel more like supervision or managing than real teamwork.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's more likely to argue to prove he's right than to really listen and understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he tends to focus on defending himself or pushing his point, sometimes getting loud or impatient. You might feel like your feelings or opinions aren't being taken seriously because for him, being right often matters more than reaching a compromise.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he may struggle to stay respectful and can end up saying things that hurt or acting aggressive. His temper can flare up quickly, leading to sharp words, raised voices, or harsh comments that sting. Sometimes he might slam doors, throw things, or use body language that feels intimidating.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, often over small things. His quick temper isn't just a small flaw, it's a real warning sign. Ignoring this red flag now could lead to much heartache or even danger later.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it hard to say sorry and take responsibility when things go wrong. More often, he blames you or others for the problem rather than looking at his own mistakes. Even if he knows deep down that he's wrong, his pride and quick temper get in the way of offering a real apology.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He might struggle to fully respect your boundaries, especially when emotions are high or he feels strongly about something. Because he's used to being in charge and can lose his temper quickly, he could push against your no or try to change your mind instead of stopping and listening right away. Don't ignore this kind of warning sign.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of calmly accepting your feelings, he may feel rejected, get upset, or make you feel guilty about saying no. He might argue, question your reasons, or act hurt, making things uncomfortable for you.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be careful because he's quick to anger and can say hurtful things when upset. There's a real risk that he might bring up private or sensitive moments in arguments to make a point or win a fight. Someone who truly loves you protects your feelings, even during disagreements.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's not the type to be easily distracted by every new woman he meets. His focus tends to stay with the people he cares about. Still, his caring side can sometimes come out in unexpected ways, such as trying to help or comfort others, but it isn't usually out of flirting or wandering interest. Trust issues in this relationship are more likely to come from his temper or controlling ways rather than unfaithfulness.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he has a strong tendency to be over possessive. He can act jealous, question your choices, and may want to know who you're talking to or where you're going. Such controlling behavior isn't about love, it's about power.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what might look like protective behavior can really be a sign of a controlling personality. At first, he may say he's just looking out for you, but over time, this care turns into rules, demands, and decisions made for you, not with you. He often wants things done his way and can get angry if you push back.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He'll want to be involved in parenting and won't leave all the work to you, but he may expect things to be done his way rather than working as true teammates. He's likely to step in with strong opinions and a need to set the rules, sometimes correcting or supervising your choices instead of sharing the load equally. Be ready for teamwork that sometimes feels one sided unless you both work hard to find balance and mutual respect.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's much more likely to lose his temper than to stay calm. Small mistakes or emotional moments can set him off, leading to raised voices or harsh words that might scare the kids or make them feel bad about themselves. Instead of helping the children work through their feelings gently, he can react with anger, making tough times even harder.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He may find it hard to fully support you as both a mother and as your own person. While he values family and wants things in order at home, his need for control and quick temper can make him focus more on his own ways of doing things. You deserve a partner who celebrates every side of you, not just the roles he chooses.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might support your career at first, but then expect you to step back or quit once a child comes along. He wants things in order and likes being in control. So after the baby, he may say it's best for everyone if you stay home or focus only on family. Make sure your voice is heard before making big choices.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but real warmth may be missing. He might do what is expected in front of others, but deep, genuine connection or emotional closeness could be hard to find. His manners are more about duty and keeping order than true affection for your side of the family. He's more likely to expect your family to adjust to him than change himself to fit in.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse with his quick temper and strong opinions. Instead of handling things calmly, he may get irritated, say harsh things, or start an argument, turning a small problem into a bigger one. If you need patience and peace during family hiccups, you may find yourself doing most of the calming down.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might act modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to become a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He wants order and control and may feel it's important for you to follow family customs and show respect the proper way when others are watching. If you don't like switching roles or want to be yourself everywhere, this could feel unfair and tiring over time.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he's more likely to stay out of it or quietly side with them rather than fully support you. He values harmony in his own way, which usually means expecting you to adjust and keep the peace. You might end up feeling alone, handling tough situations without his strong backing.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He has a strong chance of being a mummy's boy, especially when it comes to family rules and traditions. He prefers order. and may feel safer going along with his mother's wishes rather than standing up for you if there's a disagreement. Be honest with yourself about how much this could affect your happiness.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might share details of your fights or private moments with his mother or sister. He tends to look for support or approval from his family, especially when there's a disagreement at home. A healthy marriage needs strong boundaries, so this is a serious concern to think about.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with him day in and day out can feel like living under a strict timetable. He wants things his way both at home and in life, so there's not much space for your own opinions or a relaxed atmosphere.